The Nand Empire rose from Magad of ancient India during the 5th and 4th centuries BC. The Nand Empire was massive in the area it covered. It included the area stretching from Bengal in the east to Punjab in the west to the Vindhya ranges in the south. It was King Mahapadmanand, also known as the destroyer of all Kshatriyas, who established the Nand Empire after defeating a number of old Kshatriya dynasties. The last king of the Nand Empire, Dhananand, was one among the 9 sons of Mahapadmanand. He was called Dhananand because of his love for hoarding wealth. Having inherited the wealth from his deceased father, Dhananand invested in building a huge army that consisted of an enormous infantry, cavalry, war chariots, and elephants. So great was the Nand Empire in power and force that when Alexander the Great invaded India, he was frightened by the glory of Dhananand and refused to move his troops ahead to face the Magad army. Dhananand was known for hoarding his wealth. His vast treasury consisted of reserves of gold. Dhananand also gathered huge amount of wealth by levying taxes on skin, stones, and the day-to-day articles. It is said that he excavated a huge rock in the bed of the river Ganges to build his own treasure house, and he hid large amounts of gold in them. Although Dhananand was popular for his vast army and wealth, he failed to gain popularity among people. All through his rule, he did not gain the support of the people for various reasons. Firstly, the maintenance of the army was being initiated at the cost of the public. Since Dhananand was in the habit of hoarding his own money, he resorted to extorting money from the public in the form of taxes. These taxes came hard upon the people and the peasants, who resented him and became more hateful towards him. Dhananand's anti-Kshatriya policy made him resentful in the eyes of the Brahmins and the Kshatriyas. His tyrannical ways and policies had fetched him many enemies. Also, his autocratic ways of ruling caused great discontent among the people, leading to public outrage against him. Alexander's departure from India left the country shattered and disintegrated. Fearing the future of the nation, Chanakya, the professor from Takshila University, approached Dhananand hoping to gain his support in building a safe wall for India against enemy attacks. Dhananand not only rejected his proposal, he insulted the professor and dismissed him. Enraged by his behavior, Chanakya swore revenge. During his exile in the Vindhya mountains, Chanakya met Chandragupta Maurya, a young man who expressed his hatred towards Dhananand. Chanakya took him up as a student and trained him to fight the Nandas. Under Chanakya's training, Chandragupta Maurya became skillful and powerful. The encounter between the Nandas and the Mauryas resulted in the fall of the Nanda Empire. In 321 BC, Chandragupta Maurya was crowned the king of Magad. With this, the Nanda Empire came to an end.
His parents believed that evil lurked around male children. Fearing this, they raised Ramchandra as a girl for a few years and made him wear a nath nose ring.
Ganesha. Different people see God differently. Narayan. What dies is always reborn.